This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to today's Restaurant News Networking Group Chapter 2. We are a group of vendors to the restaurant industry who collectively have hundreds of years of experience in the industry, and we're here to help each other, and we're also here to help any restaurateur who may have some issues that they can't resolve and would like to bring that issue to the group for our input. And a couple of things, a lot of us are getting ready to go to the shows that are coming up in Florida in November 2nd and 3rd is the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Show, and November 9th and 10th is the Pizza Tomorrow Summit. That's a new show, and we're looking forward to both of them. So we're going to go into our intros today, and if you want to reach any of our people here at the group, they will give you the means to do it. And if you want to reach us to get an invitation to come to a meeting, just give us a call at 561-620-8888 or go to our website, www.trnusa.com. And we're going to start it out with Rick, who's in the middle of his busy season, so he'll be speaking quick.
Well, I'm okay. I call it 8 weeks of heck. No, my name is Rick Israel. I'm a certified independent Medicare advisor based here in Huntsville, Alabama, licensed in Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and Florida. Been doing this for 4 years. Company's been around for 20 years. We are in the middle of annual enrollment, which gives individuals a time to look at their current Medicare plans and decide if they want to make a change or keep with what they have. I've got two phone numbers, 256-698-8774 and 256-448-8705. And currently you can reach me at rickbamainsurance@gmail.com. That's going to be changed because my email box is full and I cannot empty it fast enough. So I will have a new email address here before the end of next week and forward that to everybody. But thanks for letting me be here today.
Okay, thank you. Bruce, are you there?
Hi, everyone.
Oh, you're lying on the floor?
Doing a little tidying up. No, I'm having issues with my technology. So if the sound keeps going in and out, it's on my end. Anyway, good morning, everyone. My name is Bruce Silver. The name of my company is Employers RX. And we are a PEO broker. We work with some of the best PEOs in the country. PEO stands for Professional Employer Organization. And what they do is they help business owners manage their employees. They provide the back office so you can handle the front office. They take care of the payroll, workers' compensation, employee benefits, risk management, HR, basically everything a small business doesn't want to be bothered with, so that you can focus on sales and creating a great product and service. So if you're looking for somebody to help you handle your back office and do it economically and professionally, give me a call, 561-843-4333, and looking forward to seeing everybody.
Okay, are you coming tonight?
I am coming tonight. I was hoping to get some more details.
Well, the details are it's a happy hour get together, basically, and John is not the host, but he's the one. He's the impetus behind this. He wants to talk to all the members that he can.
So are we meeting on the rooftop? What exactly is the?
No, this is a tiki bar on the ocean.
Okay, so it's a tiki bar. It's on pool level.
No, It's on the beach.
It's on the beach.
On the beach.
On the beach in the back of the hotel. It has a full service restaurant, tiki bar. We've been there several times. It's very nice. John picked it. He wanted it, and that was you can go inside if you want, and be comfortable. You can be outside, but you do go through the hotel or around the back to get. You'll see all the tiki huts, and they do serve you dinner out there if you choose to do that. And it's a beachy place, very casual. Don't dress up.
You can bring your significant other if you like.
Of course, it's every it is what it's everyone's. Yeah. We're not bringing the dog, but we'll be there.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Thank you. Our returning warrior, Howard. Good morning.
Good morning. How is everybody? Welcome myself back. It's been a long time. I've been very busy.
Well, that's good.
So the name of my company is The Gasket Doctor, and I service restaurants, hotels, hospitals, and country clubs. We do the rubber seals that go around the refrigerator doors that help save energy and keep the products cold. A lot of these times, these products get moldy, dirty, and torn, and the health departments don't like that, and they ding the restaurants on that service. So we come in there and we inspect the restaurants, and we put little tags on them so we know what unit it is, and we can repair those gaskets with custom-made seals. Sometimes hard to find seals. Where these refrigerators have been, the manufacturers have gone out of business, we can still repair them and fix them for people who have older machines. Other than that, we also do walk-in cooler curtains that hang from the coolers and prevent the cold air from coming out. We also do back door curtains or warehouse curtains that prevent the air conditioning from leaving the warehouse, and also do fly prevention or insect prevention. And we also do cutting board replacements. So we can change your cutting boards to black from white, and that's really about it. You can get a hold of Gasket Doctor at 954-634-2121. You can also email us at sales@gasketdoctor.com, and our website is also gasketdoctor.com. So don't blow your gasket. Call the Gasket Doctor today.
Hey, thank you. Well, welcome back.
Thank
you. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Kaufman. I'm a board certified recruiter of management talent and have been recruiting management talent primarily in the restaurant industry since the early 1980s. Kind of excited this week. I got my new t-shirt. Hope I can hold it up. It says, DeSantis Airlines, we bring the border to you.
Oh no.
And our company, CHRIS Kaufman and Company, finding all-star talent for primarily the restaurant industry. Telephone number, very simple to remember, 404 All-Star, 404-255-7827. Come back to see us.
Hey, thank you.
He needs a radio show for sure, or a TV show.
Ed, good morning.
Good morning. Does that airline go into Vidalia? Chris?
We don't need no stinking airline.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Edward Girton with Seacoast Sales in Orange Park, Florida. Our number is 904-334-4489. We're an equipment supply company that specializes in equipment for frozen desserts. So we have batch freezers, soft serve machines, whipped cream machines, display cases, hardening cabinets, blast freezers, I said display cases. Anyway, our website is seacoastsalesflorida.com. Nice seeing everybody today.
Okay, thank you. Ryan, good morning.
Morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I know it's warmer down there than up here. I'm Brian. I'm with Rogue Financial Group. We are a commercial equipment financing company. We've been around for about 15 years, work with all industries, from startups to existing businesses, all different types of equipment again, primarily in the hospitality side. Again, it's Brian with Rogue Financial Group. You can reach me at 404-723-7222. Thanks.
It's a toss-up, Steve. Should I do ladies first or you?
Go for the ladies. I'd go for the ladies.
Go ahead, Terry.
Are there any other ladies here?
No, no.
Oh,
You're it, kid.
well, let Steve go then, because I'm,
Your family?
All right. Flip a coin. You won, Steve.
Okay. I'm Steve Whitehill, and I'm a business broker, and I help people buy and sell businesses. And the other thing I do that I really don't talk about is I help finance them, and I help finance both the acquisition and if there's real estate associated with it or without it, frankly, I can help with real estate acquisitions as well. Steve Whitehill, Anchored Business Brokers. And I'm going to stick to that.
How do we reach you?
Oh, well, you can call me, you can Google me, and you can reach me at 561-376-7500, which is also my cell phone number. And I got a great cell phone number way back in the day, and I'm going to stick with that one too. And my email address is steve@anchorbb.com.
You know, this group is basically founded around networking, and it's a great example of something that happened this week. Ed had a client that was looking for something, and Steve, right, you know, was right on Steve's wheelhouse, and got Steve involved in it. And that's what we do. We work with each other and try to help each other, and by helping each other, we help our clients. So thank you all for that. Terry, you're up.
hello, everyone. Actually, it's a little bit cooler down here today, which is extremely refreshing. I was out at 5:15 this morning, freezing. At any rate, what I do, if you're watching on YouTube or any of our other channels, I help vendors find restaurant openings. Where are they? When are they opening? Who owns them? How do you reach them? What is their email address? Extremely difficult. The team puts everything together. We give you as much information as we can. There's a minimum of 40 leads a month up to, well, in Florida, it could be up to 70 brand new leads every month. And we started cutting out half of the bottoms because you already have those from the month before. If it's something vital and a name of the restaurant has changed, we'll put that above the line as well. If you need us, you can call us 561-620-8888. And I actually got to pick that number when we started the business about 26 years ago, 27. So they gave me a choice. I took it. It was an easy number to remember. Have a good weekend.
Okay, thank you. Did I miss anybody? Okay, I'm Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News. As Terry said, we've been publishing since 1996. We are an all digital publication at the moment, and we provide several different services besides having a newspaper on our website. And I say newspaper because it's not individual articles. It's a newspaper that you can read in a flip page reader, And we're, like Steve says, we're sticking to that. One of the things that we're trying to help the industry with is the ERTC program. If you are a company that has employees that you kept on the books in 2020 and 21, you may be entitled to a refund of up to $26,000 per employee. We just got back $140,000 for a company that didn't think they were going to qualify. So it costs nothing to qualify. To find out whether you qualify, you can do it on our website, which is trnusa.com. And with the devastation on the West Coast, or even if you've closed your restaurant, but if you were open during that period, you can get money back, and we can help you do it. We'll walk you through the process. Not me, but one of my associates. On December the 9th, which is one of our scheduled meetings at the regular time, I've made contact with a business coach who is going to come in and speak on setting goals for 2023. And that should be interesting. And it's going to be just for this group. He'll do two that day, this group and the 11 o'clock. Anybody else want to bring up anything? Any good and welfare or anything? Okay. I have an article here that I read, and it was some interesting facts about what's going on in consumers' minds, restaurants, and the economy. And the headline of the article is 58% of US consumers are dining out more often in 2022, regardless of higher menu prices. And that's really important information for a restaurateur to know. And this article breaks down some of the reasons for it, some of the numbers involved. So I thought I'd just open that up to the group and see if you know of any reasons. Excuse me, 1 second.
Chris is back
back.
to the beat.
I'm back. So if you have any thoughts on, do you see that as happening from your personal experiences? And if you have any thoughts on that before I interject some of the numbers that we have here.
Well, Howard, I'll tell you, we have been eating out more often. I mean, irregardless, the cost is going to be the same whether you buy it at the grocery store or whether you go out to a restaurant. The half side is I don't have to cook it. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I can let somebody else do the work for me. If it's going to cost me the same, why not just let somebody else do the work for me? Plus, you know, I look at this, when we go out as a family. That's pretty much the only time we can actually ever all go out together is as a family, because everybody's separating. But that's, you know, might not help the topic, but you know, I mean, cost is the cost. There's nothing we can do about it, folks. I mean, you know, nothing we can do unless you want to raise a cow or raise a goat and make your own cheese and make your own ground beef. I mean, it's pretty much what's going to happen.
Yeah.
How much? Go ahead, Brian.
Okay. I kind of second what Rick is. You know, we go out periodically, and you know, you go to the grocery and you look at, God, this is just ridiculous. You know, spend 50, 60 bucks and you might have 2 or 3 items, but you know, you go to, even though the places have gone up, we'll go because, you know, working from home, my wife works from home. By end of the day, you're like, do you want to cook? And then you get, plus before that, you got to take care of the dog, you know, and it's just that, you know, it's,
how much would you say you spend a week on restaurant food?
Oh,
If you want to know the truth, you want me to lie?
Well, I have the
don't know,
number.
maybe.
I mean, for instance, April and I went out to Red Lobster last night, and with what we got, plus, a soft drink and tea, with tax before tip, it was $70.
Yeah.
Which, in all honesty, Red Lobster is typically that expensive anyway. So I didn't see really an increase in price.
Mhm.
But it really just depends on what kind of restaurant you go to. I mean, heck, you can go to McDonald's now and still spend $70 for 4 people.
Well,
Chick-fil-A's up.
To what?
Chick-fil-A is up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you re-
Everything is up, but I
But
agree
you know-
with Rick. I agree with Rick and Brian. Howard, you and I eat out a whole lot more than we eat in. And that's because, yes, and that is because
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
I have the credit card statements or the bank statements. No, the reason is because you're right. If you both work from your office or home and you're tired, you're not gonna, like, I go in there unless I put something in the crock pot. It's very difficult to go in at 5 o'clock and start making dinner, not to mention the cost of food is outrageous. And I
Mhm.
buy my meats from Publix or sometimes Western beef, but I don't eat meat. He does. But I'm telling you, it's not that bad to go out. We have a nice little place across the street that'll has the best burgers around, and they're not Kobe beef, but they're sirloin and what's the Wagyu, Howard? What are
no,
they?
brisket.
Brisket, and they are outrageous with the best fries for $10. So we can have 2 meals and drinks or water or whatever, and you're still only going to spend $25.
Well, let me give you a number here. 30% of all consumers spend an average of $180 per week on restaurant food.
Mhm.
Do you?
Is that based on how many family members?
It
Yeah, is that per
it says-
person?
It
Is
says
that LA County? Because that's not here.
it says 30% of all consumers, which means that's individual.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, I
Now,
don't know where
now
they
wait,
got
now
that
wait a
number
minute.
from.
Hold on a
That's
minute.
lot.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean you're going to a restaurant. That means it says restaurant food. You can be ordering the food in from a local restaurant, and that's included in that 180.
And that could include the tip, that could include Uber Eats and how much you actually pay for the service.
Right.
Because there's a lot of factors that go into that 180, because if you're spending just 180 on food, well, then how much extra are you paying on the Uber service to get the product
Right.
to the house or
I don't even
DoorDash
use
or
Uber.
whatever.
I don't use any of those delivery services unless they have their own. Like Cannoli Kitchen across the street, they have the best pizza bar none, and they have their own, driver, and they know us as soon as we pick up the phone. So you
Well-
can't. I mean, Uber Eats is outrageous, and I can't even. I mean, and they didn't even say, is that for a family of 4, family of 6, family of what did it
No,
give a
that's
number?
individual.
Individual.
Mhm.
Individual?
Individual.
Well,
Total.
that's
49,000 a
That's
year.
that's food in a restaurant and delivery combined.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I don't.
Well, I don't know about that because, it depends on where you go out to eat. I mean, I can drop that in one meal,
Sure, but
you know?
they're
And if you-
talking about
if you have
30.
wine,
This is-
It's real easy to hit that number.
Right.
Yeah.
If we
But-
go to a nicer restaurant, absolutely, you can drop that in one meal.
Sure.
But it all depends.
Well, this is an average. This is a study that was done, and this is the number I just gave you was for 30% of the consumers. 50% of the consumers spend an average of 125 per week on restaurant food. So, as the percentage goes up, the number may come down.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
of course. When you get to 75%, it'll come down to $49.51. They all go to McDonald's.
They're going to Wawa.
Well, hey, I heard they have really good food. Is that
They
true?
do. As a matter of fact,
Wawa.
Wawa does not consider themselves a a gas station outlet. They consider themselves a sandwich shop. They consider their competition to be Panera Bread.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So,
I heard they were excellent.
and yeah, the food's
Yeah.
great, and it's fast, which is, you know, really, really important in that environment because people want to get in and they want to get out.
Yeah.
So if you can pick yourself up a good meal in 5 minutes, you know, which is probably the key to their success. And in addition to which, they are not a franchise, which is very, very important. And I'll just give you one example. And I recently had my car serviced. Now I have a Genesis where they pick up your car, they give you a loaner, and then they bring the car back. So I appreciate that extra customer service. However, when they service your car, they bring back a car that was less than what it was when they got it. And just to give you an example, that they were supposed to rotate my tires, which I believe they did. However, when I got the car back, all of a sudden the next day, my tire pressure light went on. And I said, you know, what the heck is this? And I didn't realize it. Normally it tells you exactly what your tire pressure level is. However, I have not figured out on my infotainment system how to get that number after it first goes off. So anyway, I had to go out and get some bagels that day, and it just so happens that the shopping center that I went to across the street, they had a Cumberland Farms. And this Cumberland Farms actually has free air. So I said, great, I'm gonna go there, I'll top off my tires and yada, yada, yada. Turns out 3 of my tires were low. I'm going like, what did these guys do? They just brought my car back, and in addition to which they wanted to replace 2 tires for $900. And I said, no, thank you, you know. So the following day I get in my car, and again, the tire pressure is low. I'm going, what the hell is this? So I figure, okay, let me stop at this other Cumberland Farms. Well, I go to this other Cumberland Farms, and you had to pay for the air. And I'm going like, okay. And the difference is that Cumberland Farms is a franchise. So it is the franchisees that put in the equipment and determine whether or not, you know, you're paying for your air or you're not. Where if you go to Wawa's, every single Wawa's, that air is free. And it's one of the drivers that people go to Wawa's for, because who wants to spend $1 for a couple of pounds of air?
And that's why I have a air pressure machine at home that I plug into my car.
Yeah, I did, except I gave one to my daughter, so, you know, that was.
$25, you can have one too.
I have one too. It's in my.
I have Amazon right here.
Yeah, the air pressure in my hamburger was off too.
Your hamburger was fine.
Anyway, it's a plug for Wawa, and Genesis needs to get their act together. That's all I gotta say. But
So then, as what you were saying, Bruce, how many times a week, if at all, do you eat fast food?
never.
No, well, I'm saying to
No,
everybody.
because you are what you eat, and I don't know what the hell they're. You know, first of all, processed food is going to kill you. All right. So, secondly, I actually enjoy cooking. I made lobster the other night. I buy it at Costco. It's very reasonable. As a matter of fact, for what I spend sometimes, the 2 of us for a lobster dinner, I can get about 15 lobster tails at Costco. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's although it's going up, it's 200 and something for whatever. But I will tell you, Terry, and everybody else for that matter, I recently purchased this Ninja grill, which is really an air fryer.
Yes.
It's making stuff in 12, 15 minutes. I mean, it's not like you're spending an hour and a half, you know, on over the stove. It's this stuff pops out. It's delicious, and now I've been spending the last week watching YouTubes on how to air fry stuff. So,
Well, the report that I was quoting from here, it says that this is not surprising, that 50% of consumers reported that they eat fast food 2 or more times per week on average. That's your average consumer. And 27% of consumers are eating fast food more often this year because of rising food costs. I mean, those are not surprising numbers. They are what they are. And
Actually, to me, it's a little surprising. I would have thought as prices go up, inflation, more people would eat home.
yeah. And
Well,
here's-
they probably do. That's probably just the numbers of the people going out.
You
But
know,
I am sure that everybody, a lot of people I know eat at home. They cook, they barbecue, they,
well,
you know,
here's
like,
the
you know, I cook a lot.
here's a number from the same report. 69% of consumers order takeout or delivery as often or more often than last year. So that's something that is sort of counterintuitive.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Wow.
What
no,
makes
actually it does, because really what it's coming down to is consumers have gotten lazy. It's all about convenience. So it's whether you're going through a drive-through and getting something quickly, or it's being delivered to your home. It's really about convenience more than anything else. I still enjoy a dining experience, that going to a place where I know I can expect the food to be, you know, made better than I can make it home. And
you keep hitting these points, Bruce. The number one cuisine that consumers say that they will always order from a restaurant for takeout is Mexican, followed by seafood and sushi.
Really?
Imagine that.
I would have thought
Mexican, by the
Italian.
time you,
sushi to go?
Yeah.
that defeats the purpose of Mexican.
Oh my God, that's like
Teriyaki.
you know, it's like,
I mean, this is
Same thing with sushi.
this-
Somehow it is not as good when you get it home as it is at the place.
No, not at
Well,
all.
hey, Howard, I want to say something, you know, to Bruce's point. I mean, I understand convenience, but heck, drive-throughs have been around a lot longer than this inflation issue's been around.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, thing is the reason I go through a drive-through is because I'm either driving and I'm trying to get someplace, or it's just convenient. But I've been doing that since I was able to drive. You know, and so I don't know if that's, you know, if it's more because inflation's going up, or if it's just, once again, just for the sake of convenience.
Howard, did they have a drive-through question in that survey?
Excuse me.
Who wrote
Alan,
the
you're on
survey?
mute.
That's what I want to know.
Howard,
Howard, you're on mute. Oh, let me figure this out.
Here we are.
sorry.
hey, Howard.
I see we have Steve Russo has joined us.
Yeah,
I'm just going to interrupt the conversation for a minute to introduce Steve Russo. Steve is a restaurant equipment dealer from the west coast of Florida. And Steve, if you would, just introduce yourself, tell us who you are, what you do, and how our people can reach you.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, and
Good, good.
welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Steve Russo. I own a dealer in Sarasota, Florida, from Connecticut. We're a family business. Father's been in it for years, and we decided to open up our own. So I moved down here actually during the pandemic in December 2020. It's booming down here as far as restaurants go. I'll share my contact information for sure for all you folks. And yeah, we're just here. We're trying to help the community, and we actually extend more than just Sarasota. We ship nationwide. We do a lot of work up in the East Coast still, where I was from and whatnot. And actually, I wanted to jump in on your guys' conversation quickly. I think two things that I was thinking of. Someone mentioned the convenience and people these days, and I think a lot of it is, my generation and younger, lazy. They don't want to mow the lawn. They don't want to do their laundry. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to own a house. They want to live in a condo. They want everything done for them. And they're going out to eat. They don't have that family mentality. They're not having kids. There's not that family dinner time anymore. I think that's a big thing. And then a whole nother side of the market is where I'm from, or where I live, Sarasota. Obviously it's more of an elder community. They want to enjoy their time out. I mean, Tuesday night, downtown Sarasota, you can't get in a restaurant. To this day, it's insane. So I think those are two big parts of it too.
On a Tuesday
Steve,
night?
Oh, yeah.
Just give us your how somebody can reach you, because this is on YouTube, and I want to give everybody an opportunity to call you if they need equipment.
Absolutely. So it's Russo's Restaurant Equipment and Supply. My phone number is 860-967-6202. That's my cell phone. You can reach us at the office at 941-554-8315. And then my email. It's my first name, Steve, Steve, at Russo, Russo, equip, EQUIP.com.
Great. Thank you. Well, welcome.
40
Thank you.
years of experience. Wow.
Yeah, that comes from my dad. My dad started in 1975 or 1979. He lies about it sometimes, depending on who he's talking to, in Connecticut. And then he's been in Sarasota the last 15 years or so.
Oh, you've got a nice dealership here and a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So we got a 10,000 square foot building.
I was going to say, look at this. This is crazy.
Yeah, we stock a lot of equipment.
You've
New
even got
and used,
janitorial
Steve.
supplies.
You do used equipment as well?
We do used. Yep. We have a used section in the back. We buy and sell used. We take it on consignment from restaurants. And that's definitely a good part of our business as well.
Okay,
This
you're
is
gonna
great. Wow.
want to talk to Howard up
Definitely.
there, the gasket doctor, and Ed with Carpigiani.
Definitely. There's a lot
Brian.
of stuff here.
Oh, you
He's
know
gonna go
Brian.
Give him business for sure.
All right.
Me and Steve have been working together for a while, so we're helping each other.
Yep.
Are you guys in the same room? Brian?
No,
I see.
I mean,
thanks, Chris.
I wish I was where you are. Were you on the beach in Mexico?
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He's on the beach in Vidalia.
Georgia.
The oceanfront beach in Vidalia, yes.
Oh, just hope for global warming won't be a problem.
Yeah.
Just to get back to the conversation that we were just having, it's funny that what Steve said about the restaurants being busy on a Tuesday night. 68% of consumers are okay with restaurants raising menu prices. I guess the public is aware of rising prices.
That's because the grocery stores have educated them.
Right.
The prices are going up.
Oh, yeah.
The same thing in the 70s. In the 70s, there were two schools of thought. One is hold back, hold back, hold back, and then pow.
Right.
The other school of thought was gradually, little by little, raise your menu prices. That's what McDonald's did, just gradually, gradually, gradually. And then those that were not as swift with the thinking held back, and then sticker shock hit people. It's like,
one of the principles of raising prices is not to raise prices on your entire menu. You should take a segment of your menu and, like you said, gradually raise those prices, and over time raise prices on your menu, so that there's not that sticker shock.
Yeah, for sure. Also too, I'm going to go back to the new generation. It's a total. They live totally different. I mean, I'm in it. When you guys, when we go out to dinner, and the meal's not that great or something, we just suck it up, eat it, pay the bill, and move on. They don't complain. They don't send things back. They don't complain about pricing. I mean, I see it all the time with the younger generation. They pay what the sticker says. I mean, even in my business, when my dad first started, 70s, 80s, 90s, it was haggle nonstop. Now you name your price, they pay it. No one argues anymore.
When I was a dealer in New York on the Bowery,
Yeah, forget it.
If somebody came in to buy a piece of equipment and on let's say a steam table, and I told them a price 500, they would try to buy it at 300. And I said, where does the sign outside say, come in and haggle the price? I said, if I walk into your restaurant and I order a hamburger, can I haggle with you for price?
Yeah.
But you're right. The kids today are totally different.
And I think COVID, that excuse everyone, oh, it's because of COVID. It's because of COVID. It's because of COVID. People just stopped complaining. I don't know.
Well, now it's because of Ian, because of Ian.
Hey,
There's
Steve.
always going to be something, always.
And you want to hear something? 51% are okay with restaurants decreasing portion sizes. So they're okay with a price rise and okay with a decrease in size of portion.
So I'm gonna hit on one of Steve Russo's, things is, you're talking about, the younger generation is not caring about what the price is or anything like that. Well, that goes back to the generation of who cares how much it costs. The generation I'm from, it's like, how much does this cost? Can I afford it? Is it worth it? And you're talking about the portion size. Well, my son got a new job, so we went out and had a celebratory dinner at Logan's. Okay, you want to talk about portion sizes getting smaller and the plates getting bigger? Oh yeah, it was ridiculous. And I wanted to say something, and my wife was, no, don't say anything, don't say anything. And the kids were like, yeah, Dad, don't say anything, don't say anything.
Yeah.
But it's just, it comes to the simple fact that if management doesn't know there's a problem or there's an issue, they're either going to do two things: either going to care or they're going to tell you to get out.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the latter part of the two, because get out of my restaurant, because I'm told it's all about profits. It's all about how much money can I make, because I'm going to pay the same amount of money for this size steak as I am for this size steak.
Yeah.
They don't care, and they're going to, So yeah, but portion sizes, oh man, that just really upsets me, because the prices are going up and the portion going small. I remember, nowadays you go to the convenience store and you buy a bag of Cheetos. Well, that bag hasn't changed size, but the amount of chips that are in there have gone like this. And they call it compressed air. Oh, please, come on.
I mean, coffee people have been doing that forever. The can of coffee used to be 1 pound. Now it's what, 12 ounces? I have no idea. I haven't even looked at
10
it.
ounces.
Wow.
There's another thing that's happened. Is that
Peter Pan.
I usually go to this pizza place, and I haven't gone back because I got pissed off with them. I mean, yeah, I realize prices go up, but when you get a menu and you order, and then it rings up totally different, like $3 or $4 difference than what the menu says, it's like, you guys, if you're going to raise your prices, you got to be fair to the consumer and charge don't say, hey, it's $8 and it ends up being $12, so.
Brian, you touched on the next point. 45% of consumers are okay with restaurants adding a temporary inflation fee.
What?
Is that the credit card fee that they now use?
No, that's the price of the food. They're raising the price of the menu items. So they can make more profit. So they can make more profit. It's all about profitability.
Yeah, but they're losing a lot of money. They can't get employees.
Yeah.
The managers or owners are back there working. Their prices are through the roof. They have half of the customers they used to have. You really have to put yourself in their place and then decide if you want to go there or not. And it's totally your decision. You can say, well, I'm not going to do this. It's not worth it. Or you can support your local. It's all a matter of what you choose to do and what you can do.
Hey, Terry, going back to the manager of cooking and the help, I really base where I go on the service. Now, I understand that the restaurant industry is really having a lot of hard time finding really good help. But when I go to a restaurant I want, I'm paying you for service. I want service. Okay, this Logan's we went to, we were done with our meal before we even got a refill on our drinks.
You make a good point on that. Well, I'm hearing a lot is, yeah, the food was all right. It was a little expensive, but the service was great. And they'll go back and they're okay with that.
Yeah.
You're exactly
but I
right.
base,
And I have many places I do that because
Yeah.
of the service.
And
And you
I
know
know.
what?
So
And the one at Texas Roadhouse, they
Oh,
are
yeah.
phenomenal
They
for
do,
service.
they do a good job.
yeah.
Phenomenal. I'm not saying their food is top notch, but you go
No,
there
but-
but the service, you wouldn't sit there with a half-filled glass of anything. They're there.
Bad service can ruin a great restaurant. It really can. I mean, it is what it is.
No, you're right. Absolutely.
And I've also noticed that a lot of restaurants are doing things like Tuesday night karaoke night or Thursday night bingo night to try and get people to come back into the restaurants. Yeah, you mentioned earlier, Steve, about the COVID. Well, I mean, the COVID did a lot of damage, and I'm wondering if there's still some people that just don't want to go out because they're still have
Yes,
that heightened sense of security of being in a
Absolutely.
public restaurant.
absolutely.
But those
We know
bingo
several of them.
nights,
Yeah.
those bingo nights and the karaoke nights, that's a form of how you can raise your prices without raising your price. Because if you bundle services, that you can always put a surcharge on something for karaoke or sell bingo cards or whatever it is it's what they call bundling. And you can add a hot dog with fries and make a special out of it, something like that. So it's important. I think some of the things that we talked about and some of the things that were in this report are important for restaurants to know and understand so they can survive this. If you want to read this report, this report was done by a company called Popmenu, one word, Popmenu, and that's their website as well. It's get.popmenu.com. If you want to see the whole thing.
Okay.
Well, we've come to the end of the meeting. We didn't do the breakout rooms, which is okay. We can always keep that in abeyance.
And
Anything
please
else?
let Steve know, Howard, that since what was I gonna say? Oh, since we didn't really are a pretty empty room today. Normally there's a lot more people. I don't know what's going on, but normally we do have more people in this group. And also, are you gonna be at the Florida Restaurant Show or the Pizza Summit Show?
So the Florida restaurant, that's the one, Brian, we talked about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my plan. It's November 1st through the 3rd.
Yeah, you have a booth there?
I don't have a booth. For this one will be my first time going. I'm just gonna go and check it out.
Oh,
You're
nice.
going to want to go on the second and the third, not the first.
Yeah, the
Second.
first is our meetings. The second and third is
Gotcha.
the actual show.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, for those of you who are exhibiting at the show, we are going to be offering an email program where we will email your information to our database during the show to drive people to your booth. So that's something that you should consider. Even if you don't have a booth, people that are there, we're going to be driving those people to your company. Anything anybody else has, any good and welfare, anything else? If not, I thank you all for coming. Keeping
Steve?
also December 9th, remember that date.
Steve, this is
Go
Ed
ahead.
Burton.
How
Okay,
you doing?
we're gonna be at the Florida Restaurant Show. We have a booth, so hopefully we can get together there.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We have a booth there as well.
also.
317 is our booth number for those of
Three-
you, right? 317 there?
314.
314. All right, I'm close.
Hey,
And on the
Ed?
Pizza Summit, it's
Yes.
1014. Our booth. We have a 10 by
Hmm.
20 at the Pizza Summit.
Mhm. Is that the one in Vegas?
No, that's the
No,
one
no,
in
no, no. That's
Orlando.
the pizza show.
Oh, pizza. Yeah. Cause I went to that one last year.
Yeah, the one in Vegas.
No, this is the first
wild.
time.
That's crazy.
This is a brand new show.
No, I meant the
Oh, the one
pizza
in
show in
Vegas?
Vegas. Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
Well, another great meeting, Howard. Thank you very much. We'll see everybody
Thank you.
this evening at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
And what's the name of the hotel again?
Not a hotel.
Good,
It's the,
good question.
I'm
Some
sorry. Hang
beach,
on.
something beach resort.
We'll send an email.
It's in the email.
I'm so sorry. Hold on. I had it for everyone and then I kept getting all these emails and somebody needed an answer right now.
Hey, Ed, real quick.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything on those passes.
Okay, I have to work on that this
It's
week.
the Tiki Bar at the Seaside Grill,
Seaside Grill.
Seaside Grill.
Yes.
and that's 1406 North Ocean Boulevard, Pompano.
Okay, 5 o'clock.
Thank
Now-
you, Steve.
I sent an email out this week. I sent out 2 emails. One for free admission to the Florida show with a code. Let's see, the Florida code is EV107, I believe. And the code for the pizza show is free pizza. So if you want to go to either one of those shows, put those codes in and you get free admission. And the
Yeah.
Florida Restaurant Association is donating any funds that are received in lieu of the free admission. They're asking the donations. They're going to donate all of that money to the recovery effort. So that's done by Clarion Industries. What's that, Bruce?
We'll see you later.
Yeah, we'll
All
see you
right.
later.
See
Look
ya.
forward to it. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Take care.